Welcome guys, in a little while I'm going to start opening some packs, but I thought it might be interesting to just review my Dominaria United rares and mythics collection so far. Just look at what I'm looking out for basically in the packs. Maybe a couple of things in each colour. So in white, I don't have Danitha. That seems okay, but I think the two strongest white cards are Serra Paragon and Archangel of Wrath. I think yeah, I want more of these Archangels. That's priority number one. And another Paragon would be nice as well. Let's see, blue. Yep. So we've got Vidalian Mindsinger would be quite nice. I was just thinking, I've got the four hex catchers. Be nice to make a Merfolk deck again. Maybe with these guys. I don't know if there's much support for a Merfolk deck at the moment. And this control effect scales with the power of your Mindsinger. So for 7 mana it can be 4/4. Oh, and you can kill the Mindsinger and you lose control of it. Okay. Yes, it's not like oh god, that's a card they printed. The Agent of Treachery. Yeah, I think they learnt from their mistake there. Yeah, so I think, well, first of all, it'd be nice to get Haughty Djinn number 4. You can definitely play 4 of these in a deck. That's probably priority number 1. And what about the Ether Channeler? This is quite a nice utility card. So he can bounce target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So this guy is the 2023 version of Manowar, which I remember coming out. So that was same casting cost. It just bounces a creature back to the hand. And this has got other options, so it's even better than that. Seems like a pretty good card. So I think I'd like one of these. Right. We'll look at the black cards. I still don't have Evolved Sleeper. What strikes me about black, they often have quite a few mana sink cards. Here's one, Raven Man, costs 4 mana. So the good thing about I don't have Sheoldred either. It doesn't actually cost any mana to use Sheoldred. I guess, so yeah, Sheoldred, priority number 1. I would like one. That would be nice. What do I like best out of the other black cards? Evolved Sleeper's okay. Honourable mention, I think, but Drag to the Bottom's quite good. I think it's Cruelty of Gix. This seems like the ultimate reanimation spell. It does. I mean, it's a pilfer type effect. It's a tutor and it's a reanimation spell. If it survives for 3 turns, so it just seems ridiculously good. But that's yeah, Sheoldred and Cruelty of Gix are the two black cards I'm looking for. Have a look at red. Yeah, we have those guys there. Right. Okay, yeah, so I'm missing Shivan Devastator. Though I've seen some quite impressive chaotic transformation decks. I'd like to get my 4th copy of this first of all, And then second of all, I'd like to get a Sheevan Devastator, I think, in red. That would be quite cool. If we look at green, I'm missing Urborg Lurgoyf. I'm a big fan of self-mill decks. I think this is priority number one. Let's get some Lurgoyfs. And I did quite well in green. I managed to get a full set of Defilers of Vigor. I think the second thing I'd quite like is the fourth Herd Migration. That would be nice. And I think look at multicoloured cards. I've just had some fun playing Ratadrabik. He seems pretty cool. King Darian seems pretty cool. Yeah, probably in multicoloured. I'd quite like King Darian. I think most of all, but also a couple more Ratadrabiks would be pretty nice. And then in artifacts and lands, definitely want more Plaza of Heroes. Yeah, Khan's pretty good. I think I don't see people playing Weatherlight Completed. Maybe this is a good card. I think it'd be nice to complete my collection of these. I tried to get this card to work in draft as well, but it ran into removal every time it became a creature. Yeah, so that's a little rundown of what I'm looking for. And if we go to packs, we find I have 114. I'm going to do them one by one, though. I think it's slightly more dramatic that way. First one, Ardekar Wastes. Fantastic. So I do want a copy of every rare land possible. That sort of goes without saying. And I will definitely wildcard those if they're not completed by the end of this. Have a look at our wildcard count. We're up to 117 after getting that wildcard. 117 rares, 83 mythic rares, so we'll see how that changes by the end as well. Oh, the other thing, okay, let's open this. We get a Shadowrite Priest for the Cleric deck. Seems good. I'm just gonna have a little look at the profile. Before I started, happened to know I was on 94%. We're still on 94% completion for Dominaria United. This is what it looks like. We're missing 4 mythics, 10 rares, and of course, yeah, we've got most of the commons and uncommons so far. Okay, right, we've only opened 3 packs so far. Let's keep going. Okay, there's Astor Bearer of Blades for equipment and vehicle decks. And there's my 4th Astor, so yeah, deck incoming for that guy. I think not so good in draft because there are no vehicles, it seems like, in Dominaria United. Not very much, maybe to a couple of equipment cards. There we go. That's a second Archangel of Wrath. So I've hit one of my targets there. Solkanar the Tainted. Definitely seems quite an interesting card. We want to try and figure out how to use that one. Stronghold Arena. So this one is it's a card advantage card. You can use its kickers to gain life. Basically, whenever one or more of your creatures deal combat damage to a player, you can reveal the top card of your library and put it into your hand, but you lose life equal to its mana value. So it's a bit like something like combat research, but it's not an aura that's going on a single creature. It will work for any creature that gets through. It looks like, because of the way it is worded, it says whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage, it triggers. So if 5 1/1 creatures get through, this will trigger once. However, if one of your creatures has first strike and the other one doesn't, or if you have a creature with double strike, I think this should trigger twice and you'll get 2 cards. Just you'll have to be a bit careful and not this could definitely kill you, this thing. So you might want a bit of card draw. I'm thinking actually maybe a black, green, white enchantment deck could perhaps use this. Just that's off the top of my head. Just I'm thinking of the life linker you get in green, white enchantments. Might be quite helpful. And of course, this you can reduce the cost of this by 1 as well. Seems good. And that deck does need a way of drawing cards as well, so that it could fill that that gap. Okay, got the Goblin Tribal Leader, and when it dies, you can get a bit of card advantage. Okay, that's my third one of these mana dudes. Cool. Weatherlight completed is completed. That's my 4th one. I think this could be interesting in some kind of sacrifice deck. Thinking probably the Oni Cult Anvil could definitely feature. That's Leafcrown Visionary number 4. And we'll have to try and make an elf deck with this. Cool, that's my 3rd squee. Elder Dragon War, that's a nice sweeper. It's quite flexible. You can it's comparable to Fable of the Mirror Breaker. This only gives you 1 creature, 1 4/4 flyer, and it's giving you a sweeper instead of a dude that makes treasures for you. But you can discard any number of cards and draw that many cards. That seems quite powerful. Especially if you can fill your hand up with cards. Namata. Okay, I think that's number 3. Seems like a very good card. There's my first Danitha. So you can get an aura or equipment from your hand or graveyard, put it onto the battlefield attached to Danitha. She does cost 5 mana. That's quite a lot. You probably she doesn't get haste, of course, because she's a white creature. So an equipment that gives her haste would be quite good. Also, the Colossal Hammer, I think, would be, because it's 1 to cast and 10 to attach the Colossal Hammer, so that could be quite good. Could go well in the deck with Astor, who makes the equip costs, brings them down to 1. That's I think that's Silver Scrutiny number 4. Seems like a good card draw card. That's Leyline Binding number 4. I'm missing the. I want. I think it's called Zur the Eternal Schemer. You can turn these into 6/6 creatures. That seems like. That seems like fun. Okay, black, white, plain land. That's very good news. Sten Paranoid Partisan. Haven't seen anyone play this guy yet. Seems interesting. So you can choose a card type other than creature or land and make it cheaper. So you could choose planeswalkers. You could choose instants, sorceries, enchantments, or artifacts. So it's kind of a blue-white for a blue-white deck. It's a way of getting some cost reductions. And you can exile him, so he can kind of escape. So he can protect himself if you've got 3 spare mana. Seems interesting. That's how I resurrected. So that's number 3. Mythic rare. Cool. Ravenman number 3. I realised his trigger actually does work with your own discard effects. So you don't have to go discard tribal with the Ravenman. You can play it with Fable of the Mirror Breaker and things like that, and still get triggers. So I think this is Joda number 3. I nearly said number 5. No, he's 5 colours of mana. So the last time I played against this guy, the guy literally played him on turn 5. There we go, Borglagoif. Nice. Power equal to number of creature cards in your graveyard. Toughness is that number plus 1. Another Sten, that's the 3rd one. That's 4 Caves of Koilos. Cool. Third Archangel. Very good. I think the relevant deck is playing 4 copies of the Archangel. It's perfectly doable. We have Defiler of Flesh. So this one, whenever you cast your black permanent, a target creature can get +1/+1 and menace. So gives something evasion. Maybe that's slightly better than it sounds. That's squee number 4. Ravenman number 4. Joyron number 3, I think. So yeah. So one for the blue-red artifact deck. That can help you ramp out your artifacts. I suppose after Brothers War you might say she's a bit redundant when you can just discard your expensive artifact and bring it back from the graveyard. Nice idea though. There's the Vodalian Mind Singer. Okay, cool. Lucky to not run into one of those in the draft. In any of the 8 drafts I just did, I suppose. That can be pretty brutal. That's eye number 4. Very nice.
Of course you should fight fire with fire. You should fight everything with fire.
Nice one. Okay, Jaya number 3. I managed to get Jaya in my first 2 drafts. Uvaz number 2. So it helps you ramp out your dragons. Okay, I'm just going to double check everything's working. Yes, that's good. So yeah, Mythic Rare Wildcard is nice. There's our Shivan Devastator. Okay. Yeah, it seems pretty good. Rata Drabik, number 3. My worst experience against the Rata Drabik deck was the one with Thalia. I think he managed to get 3 or 4 Thalias into play at one time. That wasn't much fun. That's my second Guardian of New Banalia. A good one for the Soldiers deck. Vortigin number 4. Okay, well, I am all set for playing a bit more mono blue or the blue red tempo deck.
No more distractions. Let's make this quick.
Liliana number 3. Okay, Sphinx number 2. There's Lurgoyf number 2. Herd Migration number 4. Fantastic. And World Spell number 4. Yeah, there was a deck I was yeah, it was a video, a Cool Stuff Inc. video, I think. It had 4 World Spells and 4 Titan of Industries in the deck. So it was just I think it was green-blue with just all the ramp cards. Actually, yeah, and it also had 4 of the blue card. That's cost 7. That's really good. Quirion Beastcaller. That is number 3. Number 4. Nice. There's my first King Darian. Cool. And my first Evolved Sleeper. First Temporary Lockdown. So it takes out everything that costs 2 or less. I feel like might be better in other environments like Explorer or Historic. Otherwise, maybe a sideboard card in Standard. That's my 4th Temporal Firestorm. Second or third Braids, I think. Rare Wildcard. Ah, good, yeah. Drag to the bottom number 2 for the domain control deck. Loam speaker number 4. That must be Yavimaya Coast number 4. Keldon Flame Sage number 3. And we're about halfway through now. Just over halfway through. Rith Liberated Primeval number 3. Now, would you ever play 3 of these in a deck? Maybe you would. Keldon Flame Sage number 4. Stronghold Arena number 2. Silverback Elder number 3. Defiler of Dreams number 3. Defiler of Faith number 2. And a second Denetha. That must be a 4th Golden Argosy, the boat. Oh. This does, yeah, the full progress does stack up. We have a Mythic wildcard.
Until the multiverse is one, we will fight to make it so.
Nice. It's my first Ajani. Yeah, that'll be my 4th Sulphurous Springs. 4th Thranpool. Nice. Yeah, it must be 4th Joyra. First Threats Undetected. Interesting card. I think it's been described as the worst rare in the set, but there's 3 mana and you tutor for you tutor for 4 cards, and your opponent chooses 2 of them to give you, and the others go back into the library, not the graveyard. I think it's a challenge to try and use this card effectively. I want to try it out at some point. You have to have lots of a deck with creatures that have different power values. Right, that's my second temporary lockdown. So that's second Mindsinger. Third lockdown. Third Ivy, Gleeful Spell Thief. That's 4th Silverback Elder. Is that a 4th Ivy, I think? Probably a 4th Article Wastes by now. 3rd or 4th. Mythic Wildcard. second Khan's Silex. Fourth Phasing of Zalfir. Interesting card. Not, yeah, a lot of people are pretty critical of this card, I think. I see that as a challenge. I want to try and break that card. Okay, a second threat's undetected. Third Verdelian Mindsinger. Okay, third Defiler of Faith. Second Evolved Sleeper, nice. See, I don't know if you play 4 of these, because yeah, as people say, it's kind of sucks to draw 2 of them in the opening hand. Third Stronghold Arena. Second Shivan Devastator, nice. Rare wildcard. Third Radha's Firebrand. It's funny that you just see that in mono red, but it does have a domain ability that. So it could be, in theory, if you play a domain aggro deck, if such a thing exists, it could be even better. But yeah, a bit difficult to make an aggro deck work when you have a lot of tap lands in the deck to make the domain mechanic pay off. Sphinx of Clear Skies number 3. Chaotic Transformation number 4. Very excited about this. Yes, I can't wait to make a deck with 4 of these. Right. Uvaz number 3. It's a good one for my. I've got an Alchemy Dragons deck. Means yeah, you can play a red-black deck that has ramp. Cruelty of Gix, number 2, very good. No sign of Sheoldred yet. Will this be Sheoldred? No. Rundvelt Hordemaster, number 4. Should I wildcard Sheoldred if I don't get any, or should I just pride myself on never using that card in, well, or at least not adding it to my collection? I played it in Phantom draft already. We have our 4th Vesuvan Diplomancy, so this is definitely interesting. I'm gonna make a deck based on that, definitely. Evolved Sleeper number 3. I believe that's Lockdown number 4. Would you play 4 of those in main deck? Is a good question. Maybe if you're playing Historic and you want to take out all those Goblin and Elf decks, I suppose. That's Radha's Firebrand, number 4. I don't know enough about those decks though, because I know you can. The Goblin deck can ramp out Muxus on turn 3, which is a 6 mana creature. So maybe it's not disruptive enough to stop that. Timeless Lotus number 3. This does look quite interesting. It's a legendary artifact, so unfortunately you only get 1 of them. at a time. Aletha number 3, I think. Peacekeeper number 4. It's got to be. Yeah. King Darian number 2. Very good. I think you want at least 2 of them in your tokens deck. Nemata number 4, I'm going to say. Sten number 3. Defiler of Flesh number 3, I think. I think Braid's number 4. Mythic Wildcard. Danitha number 4. King Darian number 3. Very happy about that one. The final one. Father of Flesh number 4. Not a Shieldred. And I am just going to open these 2 extra. These orphaned packs here. From the Mastery Pass. So we've got a Crimson Vow pack. What are these special cards? Lantern Bearer, yeah, has just been changed. There's been an Alchemy buff to Spirit cards and a buff to Samurai cards as well. So I think those are both good ideas for decks to just sort of try out the changes. So I might do that soon. Skull Scarb. The upgraded version. The upgraded version just says creature. So it is a buff to the Skull Scarb. I see. Nice. That could get out of control. And the rare is, of all things, Hive Heart Shaman. So whenever he attacks, you can search your library for a basic land card that doesn't share a card type with a land you control. So you want a variety of different land types. Interesting. Yeah. And you can make insect tokens. Oh, I see. And you can make big insects. The more basic land types you have. This is a domain card, by the way. You can put this in your domain deck because you're going to have 5 basic land types, and you're going to make 6/6 huge 6/6 green insects. Okay, that's. I wonder if anyone's done that yet. That could be interesting. Right. Midnight Hunt we have as well. Okay. And we'll have a look at this one. It is... Oh, fantastic. Ludovic Necrogenius. This was all the rage during Worlds. People were playing this card in Esper. Cool. Well, I'm gonna I'll have to try this one out. It is kind of fun. You can exile X creature cards. Why is the X important? Oh, it becomes a copy of a creature card exiled with it, except its name is Olag. Okay. And you get +1/+1 counters equal to the number of creature cards exiled with it. Okay, that's why that's important. But it's only copying one of the cards you're exiling. Okay, that seems interesting. Right, we will leave Brothers War for another time. I'm going to open my vault. Oh, 140.9%. Almost halfway to the next one again. Yes, we get our 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. And then the first thing to check, if you remember, I think we started actually, it was 116 rare wildcards. So, I've gained 21 rare wildcards. I think mythic rares were about 84, so I've gained 9 mythic rare wildcards. Pretty good going. We'll go over to the profile next. We go to the set collection. We were at 94% on Dominaria United. Oh, interesting. We're only at 98%. I was pretty sure I'd get to 99% because this is what I managed with Kamigawa and Streets of New Capenna after I opened all the packs I had for those ones. So that's interesting. Maybe we got too many wildcard results. But we've completed the commons. We're 8 off completing the uncommons. We missed 1 rare and we missed 2 mythics. I think I know what the rare is we missed. I think it was Sheoldred. The 2 mythic, because I think it's not a mythic, is it? I think it's just a rare. The 2 mythics, I would have to rack my brains. I think we'll just go and look at the collection now. Okay, it's a bunch of new cards. It only shows some of the new cards, I guess. Right, rares, mythics, not collected, Dominaria United. Right, here we go. Let's just go through again. Okay, so in white, completed things. We completed Peacekeeper, Lockdown, and Danitha. That went from 0 to 4. And we've got the ones I kind of earmarked. I got 2 more Archangels of Wrath, so that's very good. I didn't get any more Serra Paragons. I was already on 2. Oh, and we completed 4 copies of Leyline Binding. That's very relevant. I think you want to play 4 of these typically in your domain deck. Domain control. Okay, actually, the rare we're missing is Ether Channeler. That's a shame. That was one of the ones I wanted to get. We did complete our collection of 40 gins, so I am gonna make that deck. Don't you worry about that. I need to get. I think I'm only in. It's only a week left in constructed, so and I'm in silver, so I'm going to see if I can get to plat maybe with the mono blue deck. We completed Facing of Zalfir, Vesuvan Diplomancy, Silver Scrutiny, as well as 40 gin. Yeah. We got 3 Mind Singers. That was pretty good for the Merfolk deck. But it is a real shame that you just you lose the creature when this thing dies. So it's a little bit stronger than a Brutal Cathar because you're actually controlling the creature. But it's kind of in the same ballpark, I suppose. Brutal Cathar's pretty good, I guess. Right, on to black. We got 3 Evolve Sleepers. So that is a good start for our mono black deck. We completed Raven Man, Defiler of Flesh. We didn't get any Sheoldreds. That was a shame. And yeah, that is a mythic rare. I kind of forgot that detail. Stronghold Arena. I think we went from 0 to 3 of these. Could be interesting. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we went up to 3 braids, not 4. On to red. We completed Radha's Firebrand, Runvelt Hordemaster, Keldon Flamesage, Squee Dubious Monarch, Temporal Firestorm, Chaotic Transformation. Did quite well in red, I think, and I got 2 Shivan Devastators. I wanted to get access to that card, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, and I'm glad I completed my set of Chaotic Transformations as well. That was good. Looking at green, yeah, we... Just trying to think. I may have already had this completed. Or maybe I got one more to complete this. Yeah, I think I just completed that. Completed Llanowar Loam Speaker, Quirion Beastcaller as well. Got a couple of Lurgoyfs. That was one of the ones I was looking for. We completed Silverback Elder, Herd Migration, World Spell. So yeah, definitely did really well in green, and quite happy about Herd Migration. And we'll go through just multicolored and lands. So we completed Sten, Arctic Wastes, Caves of Koilos, Urtai Resurrected, Joyra, we already had that one. Sulphurous Springs, Nemata, Astor, Ivy. And the ones we were looking out for. Oh, I never got any Zur Eternal Schemas, so that is the other mythic that we're missing. So that's another deck I guess I'll skip. I've seen how it works. It's pretty straightforward. But very happy to get 3 King Darians for my green-white soldier deck. That's pretty cool. What was the other thing I was looking for? I was hoping to finish my Rathadrabix, but 3 is a good start. Yeah, so we've done pretty well there. And artifacts and colourless lands, we've got... Yeah, that was already completed, I think. Or was it? No, I think maybe I got the 4th one of those. Yeah, we finished Golden Argosy off. And Thram Portal, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately we didn't get any more Plaza of Heroes. That one does seem pretty good. I'm quite happy to have 4 of these Weatherlight things. Yeah. Okay, so that's a roundup of what we managed to get there. That seemed pretty good. It's quite funny we did not get Sheoldred, but never mind. I will carry on a bit longer without playing Sheoldred. But I will join the bandwagon and play some Haughty Djinn decks. But I'll also try and play some more interesting things that other people aren't playing. Such as... What jumps out at me here? Well, people are playing Chaotic Transformation. I'm definitely going to try that. Maybe Urborg Lurgoyf. Maybe a bit of World Spell. Ratadravik is kind of... it's a popular janky deck, I think, already. But I'm going to make my own version, I think. Maybe an Ivy Gleeful Spell Thief deck could be good. And I guess the Abzan Enchantments deck with Stronghold Arena could be interesting. Certainly not seen people playing Stronghold Arena. With the amount of mono red in the queue, I think people do stay away from things that cost you life points. I think people are pretty allergic to Thran Portal in that respect. Anyway, I think that is everything pretty much. I'm gonna just look at my packs again. I think so. The plan with Brothers War is to do quite a lot of drafting. So with Dominaria United, I did, I think, 14 sealed events, and now I've just done 8 quick drafts. So I think if you do 20 to 30 limited events, that's a good solid chunk to work with to help your collection going. And at that point you can say, right, that's enough, no more limited. I will now open my packs. The reason that you're stockpiling these packs, you don't want to you don't want to sort of open rares that you've already completed 4 copies of. So that's really the only reasoning for stockpiling these packs that I can see. I think it'll probably be at least a couple of months before I open these packs, because I managed to do 8 sealed events, so I want to do at least 12 drafts of Brothers War to get to the magic number of 20. And I think I'd quite like to get to 100 packs as well. That would be quite nice, I think. But that might be another mastery pass worth as well of packs plus a few drafts. I'm not sure 100 might be quite a way away, because you're getting 1 pack extra at the end of each draft, 2 if you're lucky or you do well. So, it's at least 12 drafts, but it's up 12 to 24 drafts to get to 100 packs through drafting. Yeah, so I might want to do 15 or 16 drafts, I'm guessing. Yeah. Anyway, but I think that is a video. So, thanks for watching all of that if you made it to the end. Yeah, I will just stop that there.